Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Labour Party and the Prime Minister, I join with other members of this House in paying tribute and thanking Queen Elizabeth II, who marks her 60th anniversary of her ascension to the throne. New Zealand stands alongside the many other Commonwealth countries in congratulating Her Majesty on this her Diamond Jubilee. I also have welcomed the Prime Minister's announcement earlier that New Zealand will host the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall later on in November this year, and I know that will be welcomed by many New Zealanders. I understand that the Queen Victoria was the only other Queen that has reigned as long as Queen Elizabeth II, so it's appropriate that this Parliament marks this occasion. Her realm, perhaps, is best described by the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, who said that in a churning and changing world, she is an anchor for our age. Her reign has been one of an unwavering commitment and dedication to service. It is a commitment that has spanned the service of 14 Prime Ministers, New Zealand Prime Ministers, and 12 British Prime Ministers. And as the Prime Minister just remarked, it's sobering that the weight of responsibility of the monarch fell on her at only an age of 25. Perhaps most famously for New Zealand is our link to that coronation 60 years ago when Sir Edmund Hillary conquered Everest and said that that feat was in fact a coronation gift. No one can doubt her dedication to Commonwealth countries, and in our darkest hours she has stood by us. Her words of support, for example, in Canterbury were very well received, and her grandson visiting and saying the words kia kaha to Cantabrians perhaps best acknowledged the stoic resolve of Cantabrians at that particular time. She is the first monarch to have ever visited, in fact, New Zealand, and she's visited 10 times in her 60-year reign. I had the privilege of meeting Queen Elizabeth at Buckingham Palace some 15 or 16 years ago, and it's an honour that I won't forget. I have enormous respect for her work and her service. We acknowledge, of course, that over the last 60 years much has changed in New Zealand, and there will inevitably be some discussion about our future constitutional arrangements. But that is a debate for another day. Today is a day to mark her reign of service, commitment and dedication, and on behalf of the Labour Party, I congratulate Her Majesty.
Dr. Kennedy Graham.
Mr. Speaker.